4, 3, 2, 1, sync. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the BrickFeed Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Jonathan Juan.
I'm Meso.
I'm Venathan Vaughn.
I'm EXX Trooper. I can't do anything. I'm sorry.
Retroactively Mesonac.
It's all right. Retroactively, this is the BrickFeed Podcast, episode 79, recorded the week of November 16th, 2017.
What does retroactively mean?
It means you're going
means, like,
back to
we
the future.
go back and change it.
We're going back to where? What?
No, it's like I
going back
announced
and
myself
changing
as
it.
Meso instead of Mesonac, so then I was like retroactively Mesonac. Like if I had done
what's
things
getting
differently.
changed?
So
It would be
the
Mesonac.
retro part refers to the past. So you're going back in time, you know, and then
Retro?
actively means you're continuously doing it. So you're always going back in time. So that's what
Going
retroactively
going
means.
Right.
Going
Keep moving backwards. That's what it means.
That's a very nice explanation by Ben. I really
You're
like
welcome.
that. Thanks, man. That's very. It's very me friendly. It's great.
Quite.
It's very you-friendly. Is
Yeah,
that
I'm gonna use that word. I'm gonna use those words.
Okay, listen, you can use those words.
All right.
Very me-friendly. Okay, I'm trying to think about, like, if I said what is really X-friendly, what does that mean to me? And to me, it means I feel like
I'm very
it's just a
curious
bunch
to where
of,
you're going with this, John. I am.
Okay, listen,
I am at
listen.
the edge of my seat.
I think if you said X-friendly, I'd be like, it has a lot of bracket pieces. It's related to Destiny. And there's a lot of milk involved.
I haven't
A lot of milk.
touched Destiny in a month or something. Actually,
Really? You got
Well,
tired of it already?
Congratulations!
that's mostly because I've been procrastinating.
Did the 10-step program help?
What is the 10-step program?
No, in America we have this thing called like Alcoholics Anonymous, and they put you on the 10-step program.
Was
The
I
10
supposed to
steps
do
to
that?
moving
Was
on
that
from
a thing
Destiny.
I was supposed to do?
Yeah, you were. Listen, you're supposed to do that for to get wean off Destiny. That was like
I almost
those are-
got
we're gonna have
sucked into
we're gonna
that,
have an
But
intervention.
then I got 60 frames on PC.
Nice.
That's all I
We're gonna
need.
have an intervention on the podcast. Every time Meso brought it up, we're gonna lead into it. We're like, X, we gotta talk.
They announced the DLC.
Which is
Guys, we're not here to
new
talk
raid.
about
Keel Car's
video
right.
games.
I meant milkaholics.
We're here to talk about
Milkaholic.
Legos. Speaking of Legos and video
Whoa,
games.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa,
You're trying to talk about what now?
Legos.
Hold that there, cell phone.
Yep. Speaking of Legos and Bionicles and
Good grief.
Oh, man.
fishes, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 dropped.
Oh yeah, that exists.
Oh,
How is
really?
it?
Yeah.
No, I saw that.
Wait, hasn't that
It's,
been out
people have been
for
streaming it.
really long?
No, it
No,
hasn't.
it actually
just dropped.
came out like earlier this week.
Really? I
Did you get it for free? You got a lot of stuff for free recently, Ben.
I really have not. I got like 2 things
got,
for
like,
free.
That's more
You
than
got a
anybody else.
console. Yeah, you got a console and a new video game for free.
It's an old
So,
console.
it's still a new video game.
To provide
didn't even
context,
have
the
to
other
pre-order
day, someone brought in a PS3 to my store without like any of the components needed to trade it in. They didn't want it, so they're like, "Hey, you know what? You guys keep it." So I said, "All right, screw it. I'll take it home." And so I did. And the cool thing is, I already had an AC adapter for it, and I could use PS4 controllers for it. So, woo. No, anyway, that's irrelevant. Lego Marvel Superheroes came out. I've been meaning to pick that up. Not gonna lie, especially since it came out on Switch.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
That would sway me a bit if I had a Switch. Unfortunately,
Switch
I
it
do
up or
not.
not?
Then,
But is it on PC actually? Let me see.
I think it is.
Yeah,
It'd
it
have to
is.
how many hours to unlock Iron Man in that game?
Iron Man. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't picked it up
Comedy.
yet. I'm going to, but
Let me
I'm
know if it's like 40
prioritizing
hours
picking
or
up
something.
Skyrim on the Switch first. Yeah, I'll let you know. for
$2,000
sure.
and 40 hours to unlock Iron Man.
Ah,
Nice.
published by EA. Oh man, good stuff. No.
Oh no.
I saw.
apparently, according to our live studio audience, which you can also be a part of by going onto our Patreon and
I like it.
and donating to us, becoming our patron.
Hey,
You can
Smooth, man.
join our
That's good.
Discord crew, so that way you can leave your own commentary during the live recording of the podcast. So anyway, comment by Jitil. Apparently, you can get them in the second level, X.
Huh, how about that? That doesn't sound like it takes 40 hours. That's great. That's good to hear.
It does not. It's less than 40 hours.
Yeah.
Less than 15 hours, even.
Oh.
That's pretty great.
Radical.
You know,
I'll
whoa.
probably do it in less than 1 hour, actually. Probably.
Yeah.
So
less
here's
than an hour.
something I was
if
thinking
you're
about.
smart enough to get through a Lego level, like, in less than an hour.
You gotta be really smart.
I saw an
those
article
games are
that
hard, man.
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 has competitive and cooperative multiplayer.
What
you know
the-
if that's like online or if it's like
What
local.
on earth?
I'm actually not sure. I
They have
heard about that
competitive?
too, but I don't know if it's an online component.
There is an online component. If it's online cooperative, we should definitely get that. I would get that game on PC and play it with
But
some
I
of you
want
guys
it on
if
the
that
Switch,
was like a
so I
thing.
can bring it with me wherever I go.
I know,
Nice,
dude,
you
but like
shill.
you can't do Let's Plays on the Switch.
Is this
Then
I
literally
guess you
like
gotta
having
get a
a
Switch.
handheld home console? Basically.
Yeah,
Exactly
that's
what it
basically
is.
what it is. That's literally the
It's
premise
switches,
behind the Switch. Yeah.
Switches functionality, just you take it out of the dock and then boom, it's like it's a handheld, and then you put it back in, and it's like, oh, it's
But why would you
console.
ever have it on the TV then? Wouldn't you just
because it
want
has
it?
improved performance, and because when you're
Improved
at home, you might want
performance,
to play it like a console.
yeah.
Does
But
it
then
have
when
like
you
yeah,
actually
higher
have to go,
frames on
you
the?
might want to higher resolution.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Mhm.
Neat.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like if, for instance, you're living at home, you got a nice couch set up, you got a big 50-inch flat screen TV, 4K, whatever, I don't know. You want to play your Switch games on it, you have that option. I know
play
I
Marvel
know for
Superheroes
sure
on
one
the
of
big
my
screen?
complaints with the DS and the 3DS for the longest time was that I could never play those games on my TV. Like if I wanted to play Pokemon on my TV, I couldn't do it. If I wanted to play
Mhm.
Super Mario 64 DS on my TV, I couldn't do it until they finally ported it to the Wii U. But that was years. That took years. Now we have a console where we got both options, and I want to get all my games for it.
It makes sense too, because like Nintendo had like there's a lot of DS games that came out for like Ninjago and stuff, and like those were games that like you couldn't actually play in the big screen at all, and it was hard to record or you couldn't do anything with it. And Nintendo has had a very strong handheld presence.
A lot of good
throughout
games
its
are made for handheld that you wish you could play and have them look good.
Right.
It's like,
Exactly. And so now it's like a thing where the handheld games, like quote unquote, those games are actually going to be used. They can actually be put on the TV. There's no like back and forth. You're like, oh, if only this game actually came out for consoles. It's like both of them in one.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're just doing away with the 3DS entirely and they're sticking with the Switch, so we
It
don't have
definitely
more.
seems like they are, especially with the Pokemon game that's coming out this week. Supposedly it's going to
That's
be
one
the
of the
last
biggest
one
incentives.
for
Ace
3DS.
Attorney as well. Ace Attorney as well
Ace
is coming
Attorney
for
is
the
coming
Switch.
to Switch.
There's just no reason to have a 3DS if you have a Switch. I feel,
There's
like
there's usually, even with Lego games, there's a 3DS version of a new release. They haven't done that for the last couple of games that came out
over.
for the Switch.
It's all
Yeah,
over.
it's done.
I'm hoping.
This
If
may
it
be
was
the
easy
last
to
year for
record,
3DS.
if they like had like an easier to function to record, we could probably just do all the Let's Plays on our Switch or Switches and like pair them up and do the stuff. But if not, still, Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 is a really interesting game because it does deal with a lot of like alternate costumes for characters that are really popular. Same
Yeah.
mechanics, but like different like
I
costumes.
like
for,
that
like,
it
Spider-Man.
kind of
Really?
gives
So,
some
like
exposure
Marvel
to
Heroes. Rip.
I like that it gives a lot of exposure to a lot of the more unknown versions of characters, like Spider-Man 2099. He's on the front cover.
Yeah, right.
Like, I think that's really cool. Also,
Possibly
I
my
hope that
favorite,
means
like,
that we get a
alternate
minifigure for
person.
him.
Same, dude. I want like ever since we got Miles Morales in the in that one set. Not was he in the bridge battle, or am I thinking of someone else? Spider-Man,
Miles,
wasn't it?
he was in the Carnage set.
He was in the Carnage set, which is no, that was way better because it was like way cheaper.
Yeah.
I would love to have like some comic characters, like characters from the comics that people love, but they're not popular enough usually to be seen in set. Like Spider-Gwen is a great example of a character I absolutely love.
Oh yeah, and she's in the game too.
She is in the game too. She's actually prominently featured in the game as well. Here, let me copy and paste the image so that everyone can see what I'm talking about. But you can see here, there's one like the normal universe where it's Rocket and Baby Groot and Black Panther, and they're all and then you have like the newer version of Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange in the background. But you have Spider-Man 2099, Miguel O'Hara. You have Spider-Gwen. You have Gladiator Hulk, and you also have the Cowboy Captain America. So, a lot of they're pulling from a lot of different universes with this one. I'm interested. I know a big part of the first game was having the New York you could run around in, and it was like really cool. I don't know if Chronopolis is like the hub world in this one. I don't know if that's as fun yet. None of us have played it yet, but I'm interested. I'm interested to see if they actually do anything with the Lego video game franchise, because I think it's very stale.
It is still has potential. It still has life.
Yeah,
it's got to utilize it. They have to get it out of there.
I agree.
I think like it's just
I feel like I've grown out of the Lego games for a good while, but I have high hopes for this one because it feels like they're doing something really different with the premise and everything. So hopefully it means they got a lot more
Blue Man
creative
on the cover, man. You know?
Yeah, that's Spidey. That's Spidey 2099.
Oh,
he's cool,
in the
right?
future, he's blue.
Yeah, in the future, he's like cool.
He looks like the Batman Beyond version of Spider-Man.
He basically is.
Oh. Okay, here's something that's going for the Switch that I didn't think about. I was just reading about like the multiplayer. From what I can tell, I don't think it's online. However, if you do have a Switch, you can use both the Joy-Cons and do a 2-player. Yeah.
Yep.
So you don't need any of the That's really good. That's really good. Makes me wish we were all like somewhere closer together.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. We're really close, yeah.
But
I know. X, you and me are just like a stone's throw away.
Yeah,
I
know, just 20 minutes, just
20 minutes.
It's no big deal.
Well, let's go meet at the Chick-fil-A. You know,
that's the order of
all
those
those
words.
good memories
Chick-fil-A.
of the Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I had some guy on my Facebook feed that ordered like 300 nuggets from him, and I was like, oh, I should have done that when I was there.
Oh man, yeah.
Instead of buying those Ninjago sets, 300 nuggets. Nugget
300 nuggets feels a lot better than the Ninjago set. I feel.
Yeah, what'd you ever do with those? Did you like scrap them for parts?
Eat them?
No, it's like the sets.
Oh no, I wouldn't buy the sets. I'd buy the nuggets instead, and I would eat the
No.
nuggets.
I mean the sets you bought. Do you like have them displayed, or did you scrap them for mocking?
Which sets?
Never mind.
Oh, those sets.
All right, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm stupid.
It's taking too long.
One of the sets I gave to my girlfriend. She really liked it. She has it on display. The dragon I have in my cupboard somewhere. I'm planning to make it like a stand so that it looks like he's like flying over the minifig stands that I have where there's like lots of rows of minifigs. And he's very pretty. So I definitely bought it to like look nice. Basically, cool. But if I should have bought like a second one as well, just because the parts you get in the
parts are a gold
Ninjago Mech Dragon, that's the set in question, which I'm referring to. Should have just bought a second one just because the parts are so nice. So yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump us right into our news docket because we do have a good amount of stuff to talk today, and the first thing that we're gonna get into is the entire wave of the Lego Batman Movie 2018 set images have been released to the public.
Yes.
There is. I will link this for everyone in the chat.
Link it. I haven't seen it.
Here's what we are dealing with. We saw some of these sets. Some of them did appear in like concept art appeared in the Lego Batman book. If you have like the making of the movie book. Which I do, actually. It was cool. It was a gift from
There's a Batman space shuttle? Was that even in the movie?
Why did that need to be a set?
Very few of these were in the movie, and it's annoying.
These are all conceptual stuff. It was never actually in the movie.
2 out of 5 were in the movie. That's really bad ratio.
What do you mean?
I mean, that's fine, because at least those concepts are being put to use.
All of these were in the movie, except
that's somebody's
for the car.
idea being realized, Meso.
Was the bat shuttle? Was that? I don't remember seeing that in the movie.
It was in the background. Like you can probably not see it for more than half a second. But
fair enough.
I wouldn't doubt
I'm not going to argue with that.
I don't recall the cannonball or the dune buggy, but I suppose it could have been
the
in the background.
The cannonball dune buggy I did not see. Everything else
I think I remember the dune buggy. Unless I'm thinking of another dune buggy.
I don't know.
It's a nice
Should we just go through these sets one by one?
I like that dune buggy. I want that dune buggy.
Here's the thing about that dune buggy. I actually kind of want that too, just because of Captain Boomerang. I feel like a nice cheap set. I can get Captain Boomerang.
Starting off with the Boomerang set.
Wait, you really want that for Captain Boomerang? You know how well he did in Suicide Squad?
Listen.
You know how useful he was?
He was great. He at least was
Listen, this is
charismatic.
classic Captain Boomerang. This is not like movie Captain Boomerang, who's lame and terrible.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna throw my boomerang. And
I want him
nothing.
to come back. I want him to come back as the Flash's villain in the Flash movie.
I love how like his one thing was like a drone shot. That's what he had. But the boomerang was spinning, so he should not have been able to get a drone shot, but still got that drone shot.
You throw my
go.
boomerang.
Talented, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, don't forget his magic pink unicorn, which was the great setup and a great payoff.
I really like this.
Does Captain Boomerang activate like homing boomerangs that just track people? And if he threw one at the Flash, could it follow him forever?
I don't think
you
he'd
should
be
write
able
the
to
movie
keep
because that's better than whatever he did in the movie.
Alright.
That's a great concept. Thanks.
It's a cool minifigure.
Dune Buggy looks cool. It's very boring though, but I will have to say that it has a consistent color scheme, and that's something you find very rarely.
Maybe
How much is it?
boring.
10 or 20? Do we know?
We don't. We don't know any of the. I don't believe we know any of the prices. Let me check though, just to be sure.
They're probably
They're not on
pretty
this
pricey
page,
considering
but,
the license, I would say.
Yeah, I'm just wondering
that's
like
true.
how much.
I wouldn't be surprised
let me see
if the Doom Buggy was like $20, honestly.
There's nothing. There's no information available about their prices.
Either way, I'll probably buy that Dune Buggy. I don't know, I really like small builds that look good like that, you know? I don't know.
At least that does look good. It has an aesthetic and it runs with it. You know?
Yeah, there's not really something very wrong with it, but there's not something completely
But
right
that's
with
why
it either.
I like
but like
it,
it does,
man.
yeah, like
It's not special.
It's not a super looker, but there's nothing bad with it, which is
You know
nice.
what? You're not a super looker either, but I like you anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. See? It just goes to show you don't have to be a super looker to be special.
Morals to live by, kids.
What's next on the docket?
Let's move past that to the set I actually am gonna buy. This is a set I will be getting, the Justice League Anniversary Party. It comes with Granted, this is it's adapted from a scene in the movie. It is a set that is not really the actual build itself. Isn't like it's kind of unique. It's a kind of plain, honestly. But the minifigures, good grief, these minifigures! I really want them.
Much minifigures as I'd like, but I mean, it's nice. But like, I think I
just
have the picture in my head of like the movie of like so many minifigures in it, so it just looks kind of empty. But
I get you.
With that said,
I
you do get a lot of different minifigures.
Who are they? Enlighten
was that the dog though? I feel like there was a different dog in the movie.
I feel like there's a different dog too. The Wonder Dog is kind of. Well, Wonder Dog is a really weird character. Let me see if it's the same character I'm thinking of real quick.
Does anyone remember if it was the same dog or not?
Wonder Dog is
Crypto.
It's not Crypto. Crypto is a super dog. Wonder Dog is the dog from the Wonder Twins.
That's stupid.
He was part of the Super Friends. I think the Wonder Twins are also part of this as well. They're in the scene. They're not part of the set, but they were like in the actual like Justice League Anniversary Party. The Wonder Twins.
Did we talk about the collectible minifigures?
No, we haven't. Are we allowed to?
There's no markings. And it was
all right. I guess we can. Why?
Spoiler alert, the Wonder Twins are in there. I'll post the picture.
Post them real quick. We'll talk about it after we're done with this Batman stuff. But we have gotten, I believe, Green Arrow and Hawkman before. I don't know if it's the same printing. I feel like the one on Hawkman is different, but let me double check that to be sure. Definitely have not gotten El Dorado before. Not in this like.
What is his powers?
The guy on the lower right. El Dorado.
Does he make things gold or something? Like what does he do? What's he all about? Does anyone know?
That's a good question.
He counters El Diablo.
Oh my goodness.
Don't know,
is that a bat mermaid?
Don't break continuity.
Listen. We're gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it real quick. Glisten.
Okay.
Listen.
We'll get there.
He's also a Super Friends person apparently. That's why I haven't really heard of him. He's only in Super Friends.
I don't know what the Super Friends are.
He could teleport, and also anything he wrapped in his cake could teleport with him. He also generated illusions. So his powers are very vague.
So he's discount Nightcrawler basically, or something.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah,
I don't know.
A cool Superman.
Oh my gosh.
Superman. I think has a new face printing for this, a new
Sorry,
expression.
I'm still looking at these minifigures.
Definitely new expression. I've not seen this happy in years, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Ever since Snyder took over, he hasn't been happy in a very long time.
Oh boy, yeah. It's great to see him like light up every now and then.
Yep, I made a huge error. Thanks for catching that, Jitil, from our live studio audience. That is Hawkwoman, and it's not Hawkman.
Sexism.
You assumed her gender.
You pleb.
I totally did. It actually, I believe we have, yeah, because the Hawkman minifigure we've gotten before was like, yeah, he was like, Hawkman is shirtless, and this person has a shirt because it's Hawkwoman, so that makes a lot more sense.
And it's
probably
a
be a
crop
bit too
top,
cold
too.
with no shirt. I like
She's
the
like
stage
showing off her
though.
belly.
Stage
Cool
is
stage.
nice. It's not like
I like the
a
speakers.
must. Yeah, it's not a must buy thing, but like the minifigures make it for me. So
I would like to
right,
point
what's
out though that it's really weird that the what are they called? They're not called discs. Oh my, what?
the records.
I know
Yeah,
what
the
you're talking
records.
about.
Oh, just kill me.
They
The
have a
records
bat
are
symbol on 'em?
Batman, even though like they're secretly having this party without Batman. That's like
I know it's in the Fortress of Solitude too. It's kind of lame that
it's
you know,
really
kind
weird
of
that
a
they're using Batman
jerk
records.
move.
And also, is this
Yeah.
is this a superhero set with no stud shooters?
Yeah, you're right.
That's
You
That's
are right.
I
Quite rare.
legitimately thought that was like in like the code of conduct or something from Lego that any super or licensed set needs to have like
They
stuff.
have to have a shooter.
There must be some sort of function where something pops up or something.
Well, I mean, if you're
I wanna
tired
get
of
back
stud
to
shooters,
that. Well, we'll see at
this
some other time.
this next one is gonna surprise you, X, because it is the Egg Mech.
Why
The
is it going to surprise me?
Egghead Mech food fight. It's just not going to surprise you. It's actually along the same lines. But Condiment King
Double
has
stud shooters.
double
This is a
stud
cool
shooters to
set.
make up.
This is a mech, cool, and two like never before seen minifigures. This is great. I love this.
Yep.
Honestly, this one, like the mech it has here is very different from any of the other
Very
mechs
eggy.
we've ever gotten. Yes, that's what they're going for, Meso.
Three eggy
Thank you.
fuck me.
Yeah, like outs like even if you don't, if you're not a big fan of Marvel or not Marvel, DC superheroes, if you're a fan of like the superhero fandom or anything of that nature, you still probably think this is really cool because this is a fun, cool egg mech that you can just have on your shelf. There's I really like all the details in the back there
Eggman.
with like the spinning.
It's got a
eggs
little.
and
Look
and
at the
little
back,
chicken.
like in the tank, the little chicken,
Yeah.
and there's an egg. Like he literally has a chicken in the tank laying eggs that he can shoot. That's like the whole purpose of it. And there's like the round tiles with like the egg splatter on them.
That's great.
It's just really good.
This is just a really fun set. There really should be like more superhero sets like this because this is great in every sense of the word. I really like this.
It really does stand out.
I have just a lot of positive things to say about this.
We are finally getting Condiment King too. That's really awesome because Condiment King is hilarious.
Love
Do
it.
you
Alright,
want ketchup or mustard? All right.
Let's go to Harley Quinn's Cannonball Attack real quick. This one is a bit more of a straightforward set, I feel. The like front of the truck is really interesting. It's like an older model truck, which I found really cool. But other than that, Crazy
It's a
Quill
decent,
is
like,
in here.
creative build, but I do love the minifigures. Crazy Quill and Gentleman Ghost.
Gentleman Ghost is
Gentleman
probably
Ghost.
a huge one because there's
That white
probably
top hat.
he's probably
Oh,
has
that
like a
does
cult
look cool.
following or something, and there's probably some people out there that are just incredibly happy to finally have a figure of him, which they probably
Yo.
didn't think they'd have.
Oh
in a
my
million
goodness,
years.
Harley Quinn's outfit looks amazing.
Yeah.
Is that a new helmet? Because it
It's
looks like
it's
just a
an
normal
old
helmet
mold.
without the chin thing, but I don't know.
We've gotten so many Harley Quinn variations.
No, it's an old mold. We've gotten it before. Just I don't know if we got it in that color.
Yeah, obviously we haven't got like half black and half red, so we've never gotten that before.
No,
I
but
think
it's
that's
not those. It's not those like those are usually like brown with like goggles on them. It's not that helmet at all.
Is it not?
It's not.
It's not.
It's
Is it
not. Yeah, it's not.
not.
If you
Hold up.
if you
Hold up.
zoom in, you can see that it's way too smooth to be that piece.
I can see. Yeah. I guess it
So-
does look like there's an attachment on something on the side, though.
Yeah, but it still has the smoothness. That's why I'm wondering if it's new. But no, that's actually
Okay.
a skull. from the cloth that she's wearing. But you can attach something to the sides. What? Yes.
Oh, it's reflected. Is that what you're saying? Interesting.
No, I'm saying you can attach goggles to it, but it's not the same helmet. That's what I'm saying.
It's the same helmet? Okay, all right. That's
we'll
fair.
see about that when we get that set. What's it called? Harley Quinn Cannonball Attack. All right, everybody. Keep an eye out for that set. We're going to figure out what helmet that is.
Yes. And
I
also,
am a little
Rock
disappointed.
Rager's helmet on the other guy.
Okay.
That's great.
Yeah. They're bringing that back with Crazy Quilt, and his helmet is the old Rock Raiders helmet.
And I love
it's interesting that, like, I don't know, I guess it's supposed to be Harley Quinn. You can't really tell it because she has printed goggles on her face instead of, like, any sort of goggles on the outside. And it actually kind of just looks like another dude wearing, like, a mustache or something, but it's actually Harley Quinn. Gentleman Ghost, I'm a little disappointed, is not a completely, like, it's not a transparent minifigure. Just has a transparent head with, like, a monocle drawn on it, which I'm very disappointed by because I have long since wanted a transparent minifigure to make an Invisible Woman kind of figure and kind of, be able to, like, do some cool phasing effects. And in the comics, Gentleman Ghost does have the suit, but, like, I don't know. I do think, like, I just would have been cool to have, like, a transparent minifigure, and, like, this is the closest we'll get to it unless we do Fantastic Four sets.
Before we move on to a different set, I want to point out that Jitil, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, pointed out from a live studio audience, pointed out that Jitil, okay, pointed out in our live studio audience, like, a closer look at the helmet. It's the same as Kite Man's, apparently, and it is not the helmet we thought it was. So it looks new.
I actually did not get Kite Man's minifigure, and I'm really disappointed in that because Kite Man has become a really great character in Tom King's new Batman run.
Has he?
And yeah, like, he's actually, like, the breakout. He has a catchphrase that's like, Kite Man, heck yeah. That's not heck, but, like, and he'll like it's really weird. I'll send you the comic later, but, like, he's become this huge thing. Do you know that Kite Man, his name is actually Charles Brown, like Charlie Brown, and, like, his whole thing is, like, he's about to, like, he's had, like, a bad luck thing given to him.
I love that.
So that Tom King, like, took that character and he wrote him into his comic. I'm gonna copy and paste this here. A little parental advisory thing for the language, I guess. So any kids under 12 watching this, don't be aware. Don't read this comic. This is one comic page I linked. But there you go. That's Kite Man. I've been really excited to see that character represented in Batman. So
wow,
you and 3 other people. So that's nice.
Yeah, I know, man. All right. Let's move on to the next thing. Unless Ven, did you have anything you want to say about this set?
Nah.
Okay. The last one is the Bat Space Shuttle. It comes with Batman. It comes with a couple of Batman suits. The Firestarter suit, the space suit. It comes with Dick Grayson, Catwoman, and that's about it.
I feel like the big thing with this wave of sets is getting minifigures that we previously didn't. And this one is a huge set, and it doesn't have...
Hey, we're getting Reggae Man.
Yeah, but
what's the deal with Reggae Man?
I guess.
No, that's a thing made up for
like people that like want to collect villains and get all the villains that they saw in the movie. I feel like we didn't need this set. It's cool, but if you want a Batman collection and you want to have, like, a range of cool vehicles that he has, do you really want, like, a spaceship but in black? I don't. There's probably some people that want this.
Cool.
It looks pretty cool, but I actually am with you, X, because, like, this would have been the set to include some exclusive minifigures to entice you to buy it.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is looking like a pass to me, just because they had the opportunity to include, like, some other Bat villains or even people that weren't in the movie that didn't get to appear, like a Hugo. Is Hugo Strange appearing? Is he in any set?
Collectible minifigure.
Oh, he's a minifigure, right? Like a Ra's al Ghul, like a I had a whole list of characters that they should have used that aren't in there, but, like, it's just weird that they did not choose to do anything with this big set.
It's cool that we get Reggae Man, though. I mean, I guess
they could have made, like, like any of the villains, like the big villains from the end of the movie.
Anybody
that were, like, from other
Catwoman
places
should have been in that set.
Yeah, Catwoman is you can get Catwoman in $20 set, so there's no real enticement
exactly.
Those 3 minifigures, I feel like you could just get in other sets. I'm pretty sure.
You can.
So
yeah,
I don't know.
You can't get Reggae Man in another set.
Yeah, the 3. I mean,
the three main characters,
ones, not the costumes. But yeah, neat.
Let's talk.
We had a lot to say about this set, huh? Yeah.
I mean, dude, I don't know what to say about it.
It's a spaceship.
It's a spaceship, man. There's nothing really interesting about it. It's got some bat decals on it. It's got the one thing that is kind of cool is the bat astronaut suit. I don't know what like the official name for it is, but that looks kind of cool. Like the visor and stuff, the gold visor.
Yeah, well, the gold visor. I can
see people using that for.
I do like that we have black version of those like Atlantis like sub. Like I don't know, like helmet type thingies. I don't know what to call that exactly, but those we usually just got in dark gray. But here we have one in black, which is a neat recolor. Someone will probably find a cool use out of that, you know. But other than that, I don't really see much about this set. I feel like it's just very silly, but it doesn't like give us too much to make up for the silliness, I guess. So yeah, neat. What else do we have on the news docket, John?
I'm gonna give some real quick some minifigures I could have used for as like an additional villain. Could have had Black Mask, could have had Professor Pig and Mr. Toad, could have had Talon from the Court of Owls, could have had Azrael, could have had like Mr. Bloom, Batmite even, you know, Solomon Grundy, just a bunch
or even like you said, the other villains. They could have had like, you know, Voldemort,
Ventriloquist, yeah, they could have had Voldemort. They could have had any of the other villains that appear in the pop culture stuff. So, you know,
the agent, the guys from Matrix, Agent Smith.
Sure, them. Even
yeah,
them.
yeah.
Did they have those appeared at all in any sets?
Nope.
They should just appear 3 of those.
Maybe.
That'd be great.
They might have had one.
Was there a Lego Dimensions Matrix one? I don't think so.
I don't know actually. Huh.
Jitil said that Ra's al Ghul has already been released in the set. Yes, a lot of characters from Batman's villains has. Yeah, so is Catwoman, so is Joker, but they do movie-specific redesigns, which I really wanted to see. And part of, like, I wanted to see these characters given the redesign I felt they needed. Ra's al Ghul's minifigures, okay, but not as great as it could be. Meso, let's talk about these minifigures real quick. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you want to or not. We're gonna do it.
Let's do it.
I hope so.
Stand out. Hugo Strange, Clock King, Jor-El, Zod. Is that Atomic Skull?
I don't know.
Can I see?
Clockman.
I think it might be Atomic Skull, or it might be yeah.
What on the bottom
Dude,
there?
Freaking Reverse Flash.
At the bottom.
In the bottom middle.
There's Reverse Flash.
That's
bottom
cool.
middle, and then there's Black Canary. So that's all really
Twins.
awesome. And the Wonder Twins. The Bat hoodie is an interesting one. I actually think that like that hood with the little ears is perfect for a Blake minifigure that I want to kind of get started on. Killer Moth is a really interesting addition. Not a huge fan of this one entire beach wave.
I don't get it.
I feel like that's
5 minifigures on beach outfits. 5 minifigures.
6 if you count the Bat Mermaid.
It's okay. Like, okay, here's the thing: the Bat Mermaid. He's got the Bat bra kind of going on there.
That's
you
great.
See that? That's really funny. I actually there's some things that I do like about it for use for sig figs. Like there are Alfred's one in particular you could use for other things that aren't just related to Batman. Batman, I believe he's covered by that dolphin. He might have just a generic muscle torso.
He probably does. Nothing
and
special.
I wonder if I don't know if we've gotten many things like that, but that would be cool to have. Joker's one's kind of seems specific to Joker. Batgirl's one is the one that puzzles me the most. I don't know why they even bothered, honestly, because it looks exactly like her normal attire, except with short sleeves. Like it just looks like the Batgirl costume, so nothing really stands out about that. But man, dude, just Jor-El, man, look at Jor-El.
He's cool.
Good grief! What a great minifigure. I'm so surprised we're getting a movie version of that.
Sure.
And Zod too. It's like classic Zod from Superman 2.
I'm very much looking forward to taking that head and hairpiece off and then put it on a red flannel shirt, and then you get George Lucas. You know,
I was literally just thinking that. Actually, no joke. I was thinking that's a great George Lucas one.
I will legitimately get that minifigure just to do that. It's great.
I'm excited to get. I have kind of gotten super into the collectible minifigures recently of the Ninjago wave, and these are superheroes, and I love superheroes. And then we finally get a movie version of Black Canary. Let me see.
And she got fishnet. She's got
the fishnets and everything. I don't believe we've ever. We probably have gotten one like. I don't think we've gotten the Black Canary before in any of the sets.
Is she a singer?
To make it. I mean,
yes, she's a singer in the current comics.
Is that her power or anything, or is that just an extra thing?
No, her power is like supersonic screams, basically, but she became a rock star.
Which can translate into a really good singer.
Loud.
If she's skilled.
How about that? What an interesting character, actually. Neat.
Mm-hmm. Huh. Reverse Flash is another interesting costume. This is a different costume design from what you normally see for a Reverse Flash. So,
who's the dude above Reverse Flash?
I believe it's Hold on. He's in Young Justice, which you should totally watch, Meso. Oh man, what's his name? Because he's Ty in Young Justice.
He's one of the only ones I can't recognize.
Ty Longshadow is the character's name, and I believe his superhero name is. Yikes! They're not listing it here, so never mind.
Rip.
I don't know who he is.
Because he has the same headpiece as one of the Ninjago collectible minifigures, which is why I initially recognized him, but I don't know anything about him other than that.
They say it's Black Lightning? What?
Black Lightning.
Black Lightning, by the way, is in Young Justice. He helps Static Shock a little bit. I don't know. I feel like Black Lightning. I don't think it's Black Lightning.
Well, let me Google it and find out.
This is Black Lightning, from what I remember. He actually is getting like a show or something.
No, he does have the. He does have the chest pattern. This dude.
This is like old retro Black Lightning. Is kind of like he kind of has the Luke Cage look.
The Luke Cage kind of style.
Oh, I get you. Reverse Flash is actually Black Lightning. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, you're right. He does have the electricity coming from his hands.
These are the perks of being part of our live studio.
No, you're right.
Is that really not supposed to be Reverse Flash?
It's not Reverse Flash, man.
Skeleton Dude's phosphorus, man. What the
skeleton
heck?
dude is Blight from Batman Beyond.
Phosphorus, man, Blight, or Atomic Skull? Who is it?
Phosphorus.
I think it's Blight. I choose to believe that it's Blight from Batman Beyond, just because
I like to live in my own reality.
That's
I'm looking at. I'm looking at Phosphorus Man, and he fits way more than Atomic Skull.
Man.
Yeah,
I guess I can use it. I can use it as Blight, but I mean, I jumped my seat first time I saw that image because like Blight is my favorite villain from like my favorite superhero.
Atomic Skull has like traditionally like an armor thing. I didn't know they like removed it for this, but yeah, he is in this image. He's purple. He's usually green, but like that is Atomic Skull.
It's not Phosphorus Man.
I
thought
it's Phosphorus Man.
But it looks a lot like the I don't know. Well, no, when it comes out, but it's cool nonetheless.
I don't know how to superhero.
Me neither, man. I don't.
Without the names, it's kind of hard to tell. All right, let's move forward in our news docket.
Characters, man.
We got more news.
There's a lot of them. We've got more news. We got a bit more news.
It's set release season, dude. We got stuff to discuss.
We've got Nexo Night sets that were released.
Yeah.
The favorite theme of everyone worldwide, Nexo Nights.
It might be really successful. I have zero clue.
I honestly don't know. I don't know how many people are Nexo Nights fans, honestly. Ninjago caught me by surprise, honestly, when it got revived, and I was like, oh, is it really that popular? I didn't know that. So, I don't know.
So I'm
out of touch with the kids.
Into it, huh? With the Twin Vector,
Oh, not gonna lie, these do look kind of cool.
There are a few of these that are really neat.
Let's go with the Twin Vector
Let's talk about the Twin Vector.
Yeah.
Twin Vector has a really cool color scheme, and I'm glad that they're like...
They have consistent
the colors were like...
color schemes. It's
the last wave seems to be like techno vampires. Like
I love it. I love everything.
That's actually really cool.
I love everything about this wave.
I'm really into this.
I hate that it took Nexo Knights this long. I hate that the very last wave, the sets are amazing. Because, like, the last wave, everyone hated it because of these really weird color schemes. This time around, we have cool color schemes, cool new parts. I love this. I love everything about this. But yeah, this set in question, it's cool, right? Yeah,
I really like how
it's cool. I think it's really cool
too.
You can take it apart, and it like you can make it like those two like hover bikes, like the big wheels on the back there. You sort of slide them to the very back, so they face backwards. On the front, you flip like 90 degrees.
Oh, do they actually do split? Interesting.
Yeah, they do split, and you can actually attach them the other way around. You can just completely mirror the entire thing.
That is really cool, huh?
And also, we're getting
that's super awesome.
We're getting that panel piece in the middle that's on the left. That when you're looking at it, that piece right there, we only had it previously in neon orange. Maybe I think we're getting it this wave in like neon orange, but we only had it dark blue before. And the more colors we get in that piece, the better, because that piece has some amazing angles on it. It's incredible to make so many mech-like structures, and I'm very happy. Pretty much this entire wave, we get so many cool pieces all around. But this set, I think it's a very cool set in terms of you get very many cool minifigures. We also have these like new small spider thingies, which I think are kind of interesting because they make the stud shooters look less like stud shooters. I guess you could say.
Yeah, right.
There's no picture here that we can see them actually attached to the vehicle. I think there's probably
just a nice bit of detail.
Yeah, it does. I'm pretty sure that some guy on Flickr will probably use these spiders in some sort of way to get some really cool textures.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Before we jump to the next set, I actually found one that BrickSet doesn't have listed here, which is also on store shelves. Lance's Hover Jouster. I mean, they don't have a picture for it. It is listed there. So there's that one. People have bought that. So all these sets are out, by the way. If you want to go look for them,
it's interesting that like
Toys R Us shelves just out of nowhere.
I guess they had a kind of stealth embargo on them because like it's weird that sometimes you will get sets like images before they come out and they'll leak or something. Other times you'll get like official stuff like after the fact, like on their on-store shelves right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think that's really
this set is
really
it's
odd.
Literally like a hover tank with an extendable rotating turret on top. Huh. And this one's kind of typical Nexo Knights where they have a lot of colors, but at least with this one they did try to keep it to a consistent scheme. I just wish they didn't have the orange, but I can get behind blue, gold, and white. That looks sufficiently
the blue, gold, and white looks really good.
I will give them
the dark one.
I will give them that Nexo Knights here in this wave in particular, they're trying to make a lot more unique vehicles while still like being part of the theme, because like what we saw with the Ninjago wave of sets is that everyone was kind of like, oh hey, here's the car, here's the mech. Here we see a hover tank with like a thing that extends out. I mean, it's cool that they're just doing cool things, and I really like all the minifigures that we get. I just want to talk about the armor and helmets that we get with these guys. That is my favorite helmet by Lego right now. That thing is so cool.
Does look pretty neat.
I have a incredibly cool idea with that helmet that I don't want to spoil right now because I don't want people to steal that idea from me. But one day I will post something regarding that helmet, and I'm going to blow people's minds.
BrickFeed 79. Remember?
Right.
Yeah, it'll be in like 2018 late or something.
Remember this comedian? Keep his name in mind. Yeah, I like the like how it turns from like a tank into this kind of a catapult or there's a better name. Yeah, some sort of like it's one of those siege weapons in Age of Empires, you know.
Also, cast your eyes to the spider villain. His legs are guns. His legs are guns.
I know, right?
He's got guns for legs. He's like a Ruby villain. And you just imagine this guy like shooting all over and like jumping, but like actually shooting, and that's how like he jumps
and
from like
he wasn't cool enough. He is holding a lightsaber, by the lightsaber itself.
Man,
he's so meta, and his shield has
awesome
a dynamite
dude.
thing on it.
Dude, that guy's crazy.
All these villains, the green
So
and
metal.
the green and white, the green, black, and white is such a great color scheme overall.
Yeah,
it's very consistent. It looks good together. Really, these are like the best.
Why can't Lego do that?
villain
Make
waves.
more sets with color schemes that like the colors actually go together. This is so nice.
I don't know, man.
Gotta love that little robot up in the corner though, with like the gun arm, like he's like an evil Mega Man or something. That's pretty cool.
I'm evil.
Have we talked about the Berserk bomber yet?
We have not, and this set is another really cool.
Oh man,
Berserk bomber?
I really like. Yeah, it's back on the brick set link,
All
but
right.
it comes with its own little like enemy mech now. And there's a ship that's really cool.
The
This-
ship
I
just
like
looks
how it looks.
excellent, but the really cool thing is it does feature a mixel jointed mech that can detach from the ship.
Yeah, he
and then
drops the
unfold. I
mech.
need to find a picture of
Oh,
that.
it's a dropship?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
No
drops
way.
mechs
Dude, this set
and
is so
bombs.
Oh,
cool.
dude,
Yeah, you
I
can see at
did-
the
it's
very
actually
Dude.
listed here in brick set, but there's another picture.
it's $29.99. Okay, this might be a.
It's a cheap set.
mod
You
set.
get two of the villains, one with armor, and you also get Macy decked out and
You get
whole
Macy,
bunch
who's
of
the
weapons.
best character in my opinion.
This
Um,
is a really, really, really good set. It has a
She's
lot
got
of
an
cool,
elaborate jetpack.
Man,
lot of cool.
it's got a little eye on the top. Wow, that's really cool.
I need to
Yeah,
find a
you
picture of
load
the
it by
detachable.
like the top by putting.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this one. This one might be my favorite.
X, help
yeah.
me find the detachable mech picture. We need it for the audience.
What, the one where like the mech falls out of it?
Yeah, or just
Oh.
a picture of the mech in general, like 'cause it's not here.
What do you mean? There's a picture of a mech like right next to it, right there. There's a mech to the left of it.
Oh,
There you go.
my brick set only said 4 images. That's weird. Anyway, thanks. You saved the day.
Yeah, but there's the mech, and as you can see, it is the Nexo
Completely
the Nexo mechs
articulatable.
that we got previously, but like we
Yup.
don't get them in the actual like little bag or something. It's actually in the
They got
set.
they got the spider stud shooters on the guns. We can actually see how those
Yeah,
look like
you see
attached.
that looks really nice, right?
And it looks really nice. And
Yeah.
I'm really excited for the Mixel mechs like coming into a lot more vogue now.
Yeah.
This is completely, by the way, I think the mechs we got last year, they did have a more, there's a traditional like construction joint for the legs, if I'm not mistaken, right?
The arms.
Or the arms, you're right. No, I got my,
These are
I
just
got my
fully
limbs
embracing
mistaken.
like mixel.
That's what I
stuff.
mixed up. Yeah. They really are.
I
And
really
I'm,
wish that because these mechs are like so small and cool, and you could like attach so many different details to them. I really hope they expand on this. They don't just throw them away as one-offs and Nexo Knights. I really want to see these mechs integrated into other themes.
They got a ways to go, but like they're making strides towards making them better, and I think they're onto something.
I want to point out a incredibly huge piece that is included in this set, though. And on the cockpit, you can see these very angled, curved pieces. Those are completely new, and they are within system in terms of like they're being completely round. I can't think of much right now in terms of use, but that thing will see a lot of use in the future. I'll tell you. Some guy.
Okay, we have to very quickly brush over these next couple of sets because we only got a couple minutes left, and if we're gonna do extra mock this week, we do have to cut some time out.
I don't care about extra mock. I want to talk about these cool sets, man.
All right, yeah. No, listen, we can spend the last couple of minutes, 10 minutes talking about the new sets. Then we have 3 more left.
We're
so
on a
we'll do that.
3-kill streak with Nexo
All
Knights,
right.
but unfortunately, it's time to have one that's a little less than.
What, really?
The
Tech Wizard
Showdown.
I like this
a lot.
actually.
It's a mech
I like
within a
this.
mech!
But like someone
It's
reviewed it on
genius!
Eurobricks, and it just looks kind of clunky to me. Like
Yeah, it looks
I
like
like
don't
the
know,
concept.
man.
I like the
looks like
concept
it
of
has
like the
moves,
combiner.
You know?
Yeah.
I like
It
that
reminds
a
me of
lot.
actually. This is
think
what
this
I
one's
when I
really
think
creative.
of like when I think of like an Exotoa. This is what I kind of think of. Where
I
I'm
do
like,
like
you know,
the internal mech. It is very clearly an upgrade of Clay's mech from last year. It looks way more bulky and just way more powerful in general. And then, you know, I suppose it is pretty creative. It's just something about the shaping just bothers me. I don't really know
honestly,
what it is.
I know what it is. It's the piece that hangs down. It's like that crotch piece that kind of like
And
that's
the
what
giant
ruins the
Matoran
thing.
hands. Like,
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know how you would pose them or if you could hide them somehow.
Can't.
But like I feel like the armor, that giant big piece in the armor, kind of ruins any kind of like layering or like curvature to the torso that it would have. It just kind of looks like a giant plate, and it just hangs down, and that's what I like the least about this set.
I like that we're getting it in a different color though, because we've previously only seen it in light gray. This is the first time we've actually seen a different color.
On the chest
I think this is one of those sets where like the concept is cooler than the set itself. I will say that there's a lot of flaws with it, but I think it's very cool that we just have.
I'm glad we have the concept though. Yeah,
it's really cool
Certainly,
that the
nobody can ever say that Nexo Knights isn't trying new stuff.
Yeah, this is the kind of crazy stuff that LEGO should be trying out with their sets in terms of Ninjago and their other themes, in terms of just making instead of just making everything just cars. They should just try this stuff. Think about this thing. If they did this thing 3 more times, the 3rd time they did it, it would look incredible.
That's true.
Yeah. I still like that King mech that they had a while back. That was I wasn't able to buy it, but that in my opinion is one of the best mechs just by looking at it that we've ever gotten.
Yeah, by
so
LEGO.
I've always wanted to get that.
It just looks
really good. Someone did a comparison picture between the King mech, this mech, and the Black Knight mech in this review, and those are the...
Black Knight mech is terrible, but as you can see...
What's terrible about it? It's so tall.
It looks really bad to me. I really don't like how
it is. I kind of see where you're coming from with that. The King's Mech is definitely the best one out of the lot if you look at this here.
I'm surprised that the King's Mech is on like the same height basically, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, this mech looks very bulky and like kind of top heavy, and it doesn't have the. There's something about how the King Mech is built that makes it look just the image or the shape of it is very impressive. It
has like. Just the great amount of detail, and it has it just looks very smooth in terms of like how everything comes together. Here's another image of just showing like what the Black Knight looks like, and as you can see, the entire mech falls through when it comes to the torso, and that's why I'm not a big fan of that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, you can
that
see
makes sense.
I
can see it in this one.
Yeah, it kind of hit
Why is it so blocky?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's very blocky. That's why I like the King's mech a lot, because
you can't really see it in that photo because the sword covers it. But now that you show me the alternate view, that's a little too much. That's not great.
Also, credit to Lego Zebra for that review. Go
on. Aaron Expo. Ben, I want to hear from you a little bit. I want to hear your impressions before we hear anyone else's. What do you think of Aaron's Expo?
Which one's who? What?
Aaron's Expo, dude.
You guys,
I'm glad you're paying attention,
lost
buddy.
me. Sorry, I got lost when you guys started bringing in like the other mechs. I was like, what is this?
Paraka.
Yeah, all 3.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're going back to. Okay, sure. I like this set a lot. I would probably pick this up along with the shoot, I don't know these set names, man. The black and green copter looking thing.
Yeah, the one with the detachable.
Berserk Bomber.
Berserk Bomber.
Robin has grown up in this piece, in this set, apparently.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the short legs anymore.
He doesn't. See, that's how you show character progression. And
it's all about the legs.
He's no longer a kid. He's no longer a kid, so he has long legs. So look at that.
I want to point out one of the best things with this set is arguably that right out on the cockpit there, you have these like I guess you could call them like shelves or something that you can like open up. They're like cupboards or something, pieces that are in light green. You can open those up, and out comes the spring shooters.
You're right. I wish I saw those pieces more often. I've been really wanting to make like tiny cars and stuff, but I need those pieces, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah, they're not really used that much anymore.
Yeah, but this is creative. No. It's a really small detail.
Not a lot of times we have spring shooters both hidden or like actually integrated well into the build, but you can actually hide them altogether by just pushing these up and down. I think that's really cool. A lot. Yeah, so that's something definitely to add.
The shaping of this whole thing looks really cool too. It looks very sci-fi.
Yeah, it looks very much like a cyberpunk helicopter of some sort.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of the overall color scheme, but
no, Aaron's always had like one of the worst color schemes.
I really hate it.
Yeah, it's because the lime green doesn't really work well with the gold, the orange, and the dark blue.
But the overall build here, you can't. I mean, it's really good. I really also like that you can like touch that like thing up above there. I don't know what you could call that, and then it drops down that motorcycle. Do we have a picture of the motorcycle itself?
Yeah, if you check the patron chat, Meso linked the.
There you go. Yeah, you drop that down. That's the type of
It
stuff
looks like
I
the
like.
Bat
just
Pod from like.
I love that
me
they
a
are
lot of,
integrating
the
two
Quinjet
vehicles.
set where they had Captain America's motorcycle drop down from the back. Except this looks way more intricate.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that I'm really excited
has a
about,
build.
this entire wave, each of the vehicles is two vehicles in one. If you notice, like they all have
Right.
an extra vehicle function, and that is really awesome because like it gives a added benefit. I feel an added value to that set. If you're buying it like for a vehicle and it has another vehicle in it, you can like use both of those. For kids, I feel it's like really awesome because you feel like you're getting two for the price of one, and it combines and everything.
I think that's because they're straying away from the whole. Because like what they've done in the past is that they've had some vehicles they've sort of like transformed into a slightly different vehicle. So instead of having a vehicle that looks kind of odd if it's transformed like this or this, they just have two vehicles attached all together, and I think that's really cool.
And this one, I like in this kind of like a helicopter thing. They have the motorcycle looks like an engine, at the side, and so if you're looking at it, you're just kind of like, oh, cool, and then it drops, and it's actually a bike.
It's like, hey, just
the wheels
kind
of
motorcycle.
Yeah.
There
we go. All right, Axel's Rolling Arsenal, last one on the docket.
That looks Warhammer as it looks like Warhammer right there.
This is another thing. Nexo Knights is stepping up their creative vehicle designs.
And
this thing
Jestro is a good guy now. Just like they did with
Spoilers! No, it's my fault.
Just like they did with the Chima, where they just the bad guys they're now good.
I mean, he was corrupted, so I guess that makes sense. I wonder if the techno vampire I have not seen the Book of Monsters anywhere. Does anything happen in the Book of Monsters?
I would presume it evolves into another form because the Book of Monsters was just a spirit that was trapped inside the book. He's probably, if I had to guess, the evil dude in the top right of the box.
In the top right, yeah, like he has the same face. He has the same face. You're right.
Looks very Now that you say that.
Yeah.
He's evolved. He's like the E Book of Monsters.
We really
basically.
should watch that sometime.
I really want to get back into Nexo Nights. We just have we just
bad because it's not like it was a bad show. It just didn't.
No, I enjoyed
as some of the other ones, but it was just as good as the other
Nexo
ones.
Nights didn't click with me. Then
It's
again, none of the Lego shows really click with me.
Because the Lego bricks, they don't click with you.
I
got him.
I like to imagine an alternate universe Nexo Nights where they didn't use trans neon orange. And how much better all the sets would have looked.
Do we know what's inside the tank? Is it just like another mini?
It might expand. I do see Technic beams on the inside, so it probably can open up.
I mean,
we don't have
opens up. The tank opens up and there's a vehicle inside it. I don't know what's inside the vehicle. Though.
I don't think we have any of those shots yet. Or if we do, I don't have them handy.
Right. Well, still, it's a really cool, interesting thing. And Axel, of course, is the Axel figure is a very interesting build. It's my favorite form of the bigger fig. As I like to call them, the bigger big fig, the bigger Axel figs, whatever you like to call them, Axel, I want that. I want them to use that for more characters. I want Solomon Grundy to look. I want the Hulk to look like that. Not exactly like Axel, but just I'm so done with the big figs. Get them out of here.
But they're so
would be cool.
I feel like if you took out the Technobatter's minifigures and you just put in aliens, it would pretty much look exactly like this. You just have the exact same color scheme, basically.
Yeah, no,
I
get you.
It's kind of a soft return to Lego Mars Mission.
I think the top of that tank might come apart, like they might come out from the tank. Possibly that might be like a flying vehicle because it kind of looks like that in the back.
I think this set's been reviewed already, so I apologize for our ignorance. I just don't know. I have zero clue.
Yeah, no, I mean we should probably take care of it. I get low key, not gonna lie, get a little salty when I see other reviews that are that get done before us, and I'm like, oh just man, what we could have gotten ours from just a little bit, just a little bit,
especially when they're ridiculously early.
Yeah, like right now. But you know what we got up ridiculously early? The last thing on our news docket was the Rey and KYLO BrickHeadz figures, and once we got the Sand Speeder out as I think tomorrow as well.
Raylo.
Yeah. People were like, I don't even see a flame war. I just saw a lot of people talking about a flame war. They're like, every comment's like, oh, you guys are going to start a flame war now, aren't you?
What's bad about Raylo?
I don't know. I think Raylo's
What is a Raylo? What are you guys on about?
I'm more on board with Finlo.
What are you guys talking about?
Faye? Is it Faye? Whatever you call it.
What's your ship, X?
What's your Star Wars ship?
What are you talking about?
What's your Star Wars ship? Not the Millennium Falcon.
Fighters?
Like, what's your?
I don't know.
What's your?
What's your Star Wars ship? TIE Fighter?
I don't know.
Get a dude. What? Who do you ship in Star Wars? Who's your romance OTP?
I don't know what OTP is.
The one true pair.
Oh, but I'm not from Tumblr. I don't do that.
Me neither, man. I'm just, cultured.
I'm just joking around, dude. Go with the joke.
I don't. I mean, what the canon is, I guess. There you go.
There's no canon. All right, well, X has no imagination. Confirmed.
I don't concern myself with imaginary relationships of fictional characters.
Var. Along like a new patron, Vardaran, and the live studio audience says that they already confirmed that Finn and Ray are just friends. And I say that's totally not true. If you remember, like in episode 7, Finn is totally like he's totally doing stuff just to impress Ray. Ray might consider Finn just a friend though. So like
that's what I'm saying. Friend zone. He got totally friend zone.
Finn zone.
Maybe
why would you ever choose Kylo Ren over Finn
so
though?
edgy.
Finn's like a
they always go for
he's
the
a bad boy. He's going for the bad. Finn's like nice guys finish last.
Nice guys finish last. Slash.
Yeah, it's like that's why Finn turns to the dark side. He does have some Force sensitivity. There is definitely the Force that like kind of woke him up at the beginning there. So
he's woke.
Yup. Quite woke.
Yep.
All right.
No, yeah, I mean, like, sure,
Overall.
Var. I mean, kind of, I don't think it's mutual. That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking like they're just friends, not by choice.
Overall, this wave of Nexo Knights, pretty good. It's my favorite one in quite a while. I
definitely haven't been as impressed with Nexo Knights up until now.
It's unfortunate that just as they get good, they're going to disappear. And so I'm very...
You don't know. They might get extended.
Maybe they sold well.
10 years of Nexo Knights.
I don't think it's a thing with selling well. I just think they might move on to something else. If they don't, I think I'm happy either way. Because like right now, it looks like Nexo Knights have reached a point in which they'll actually put out some good sets each wave. So if next year we're gonna get more Nexo Knights, that's good. I'm curious as to where they're going in terms of villains. Villains is the biggest thing when it comes to Nexo Knights with me. The first wave of villains they did were really interesting and brought something to like castle fantasy that we previously hadn't seen before. And so if that happens, we get new Nexo Knights. I'm curious as to see what they're gonna do with the villains. And if we don't, I'm really curious as to what's gonna be this new action theme Lego's gonna go by. Are they gonna make a new Ninjago clone? Are they gonna go like Chima again? I don't know. We'll wait and see. Either way, I'm excited.
Bring back Chima. That'd be great.
Oh man, I can't. Okay, someone posted this earlier though. Boy, look at this. Lego Marvel Superhero 2 comic book covers you can get, which are Lego versions of classic comic book covers. I would want to buy these as posters and hang them up. These are really good. Dude, like some of this stuff is like my favorite is the Sinister Six Amazing Spider-Man one personally, which is I will link this one in the Flickr, which I felt was really great. There's also the Inhumans cover.
Oh yeah, Inhumans.
Of course the best Marvel
there's
the classic Avengers one against Kang the Conqueror. And then like there's some others like who are like there is also Ven. Are you ready for this?
Let's do it.
Look at these.
Yeah, I saw these.
Ooh. Okay. Sure. All right.
Sorry, man.
Thanks, Ven.
Cool. I really like the style that they have. I like the one with what's the big purple guy called again? The guy that swells planets.
Galactus?
Yeah, I really want Lego to make a set on him.
The Incredible Bulk.
Dude, they will not until Marvel gets the thing back, the license back. But
off
like
topic, kind of. I read a comment saying that even if they buy Fox, then they're not going to get Fantastic Four back because the Fantastic Four film rights are owned by Constantine. What are your thoughts on that?
Listen, that is part of the negotiation. I feel like you can't imagine for 1 second that Marvel would buy Fox and then be like, oh, well, I guess we're not going to go through that legal trouble. They will. They want the Fantastic Four back.
Okay, got it. All right.
You know how it goes.
Yeah, whatever, dude. So, anything else on the docket? Or are you just gonna sit there quietly? Oh, there's the answer.
He is gonna cut out, and we're gonna look like jerks. That's what's gonna happen.
Zomji.
Mm-hmm. So John died.
Well.
Hey, huh? Yeah, sorry. Someone called my phone, and my phone has this stupid thing where it connects to my Bluetooth, and so if someone calls my my phone, and then it's like,
would you ever have that?
Because I use my Bluetooth headset for my phone sometimes.
I don't know. It just seems like prank calls would destroy you, basically.
Yeah, I mean, like that's why I don't give just randomly my number out so people can't call me.
They could probably find it if they want it.
Yeah,
Infinity
sure, fair
War
enough.
trailer will be leaking very, very soon, if not officially released. We've got high quality screenshots.
What does this have to do with Lego?
Nothing's in it.
No,
what are you talking
about? Okay, all right, we're gonna cut this out. We're gonna end this. For real. Thank you guys for listening to the BrickFeed Podcast. As always, if you want to see more of our stuff, you can go to youtube.com/TTV channel. Go to our message boards at boards.ttvchannel.com. And if you want to donate and you like what we're doing, you can go to our Patreon at patreon.com/TTV channel. Please check out our reviews. We have a Kylo Ren and Rey BrickHead review, and we also have a contest going on. We have a giveaway. Ooh. If you go to that video and you comment, you like, subscribe to the channel, and you share, you're able to actually register for a $50 Target gift card giveaway we're doing there. The Kylo Ren and Rey BrickHeadz are only exclusively available at Target, so that's the only place you can get them, and we are giving you guys a $50 gift card to get, both that and whatever else you want to get from Target. You might get one of these Nexo Night sets or any of the other sets that you kind of see here that you enjoy. So again, go and do that. I'm super excited to get those reviews out and got a cool giveaway for you guys. So there you go. All right, we will see you guys again next week. I'm John.
I'm Meso.
I'm Ben.
I'm EXX Trooper.
And this was BrickFeed. Goodbye.
Adios, everybody.
Bye.